Welcome. It's Facts You Don't Know. If it's your first time here and you want to find out new facts that will definitely make you smarter and more, and first make sure to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss anything.
They mocked the homeless until he taught them an important lesson. A group of youths set fire to a cardboard box in which a homeless man was sleeping in Riverside Park yesterday morning, giving him burns on one hand, and they struck another homeless man in the face with a bottle. Advocates for the homeless call the incident just the latest gruesome reminder of a rising tide of violence against the homeless by young people who view them as less than human. 6 teenagers, who the police said were so brazen that they did not leave the scene after attacking the men, were arrested. The youths live within a few blocks of where the attack took place, in a concrete culvert in the park across Riverside Drive from 105th Street. Connell Cowell, the man who was burned, knows about hardship and cruelty after 4 years living on the streets of the Upper West Side, but he said he could not fathom the motivation of his attackers. They wasn't raised right, or they don't know better, or they don't care about a human being, Mr. Cowell, 53, said yesterday after he was treated for his burns at St. Luke's Hospital and released. I hope they don't live long enough so this happens to them or their kids. See them as trash. The police department does not tabulate crimes against the homeless, but advocates for the homeless say that in the last 3 to 4 years, as society at large has experienced compassion fatigue, violence against homeless people in New York City has soared. Nearly all of it committed by people under age 20. I just feared that for so many teenagers, seeing homeless people on the street is something they've always known, and they see them as nothing more than trash, said Mary Brosnahan, executive director of the Coalition for the Homeless, which is preparing a report on crimes against the homeless. She added that many of the attackers are themselves poor, their families perhaps teetering on the edge of homelessness. It's almost as though these kids are seeing a glimpse of their own future, and they're lashing out violently against it, she said. The signal flare that brought the phenomenon to public attention was the Halloween 1990 rampage by a gang of teenagers and young men on Wards Island, in which 7 men were injured and 1 was killed. In perhaps the most horrific and widely publicized incident, a homeless man, Robert Walter, was set ablaze on March 26, 1992. As he slept on a subway train in the Bronx, he died of his burns. Mr. Cowell, a slight man who is known on the streets as CC, said I never did anybody no harm. Why would they want to hurt me? I don't know. Sleeps there most nights. He is one of about 15 homeless people who sleep most nights in the culvert, far below Riverside Drive and just a few yards away from the Henry Hudson Parkway. With their dirty blankets, scavenged aluminium cans, and other scant possessions scattered around them. A former farmer and construction worker who moved to New York from his native Georgia in 1959. He does odd jobs at Congregation Kehillat Israel at 310 West 103rd Street. He's a really sweet, honest, intelligent guy, and I would trust him with anything, said Rabbi Shlomo Kugel, who heads the synagogue. This is a shocker that people can do this kind of thing. About 5 a.m. yesterday, someone entered the small homeless settlement, set fire to Mr. Cowell's box, and struck Nicole Grandi, 32, with a bottle, bloody in his nose. The others sleeping nearby said they were awakened by the 2 men's screams and saw Mr. Cowell run off after his hand was burned. According to the police, when officers arrived, the homeless people pointed out the attackers, who had remained nearby. Arrested on charges of first-degree assault were Francisco Pena, 18, Kenneth Pena, 16, and Douglas Pena, 15, brothers who lived at 210 West 109th Street. Yesenia Figueroa, 15, of 825 Columbus Avenue, Manuel Reynoso, 16, of 310 West 109th Street, and Jessica Serrano, 17, of 1405 Amsterdam Avenue. Most of the youth's family could not be reached for comment. Miss Figueroa's mother, Margarita, responding to a knock at her door, would only say, "My daughter is not here. I don't want to talk to you."
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks. We'll be right back to you as fast as we can.